Hey guys, welcome to another video of my training and workout tips. So today, obviously same routine, just like every day, warm up in front of the rim. You got to get your form right. I do five, you know, wing, wing, corner, corner, up the middle, and then everyone has their own routine, but I do my one dribble free throws. I usually find my form to be very good and warmed up after this. So go through this whole warm up. For me, it works every time. Whatever works for you, honestly. Then I make a three after. So what I'm doing today is you're gonna see a pattern of three makes in a row. It's a more of a set type of drill. You're gonna make three in a row. You're gonna make a three, then you're gonna make a one dribble pull up, and then you're gonna make a floater or a layup of some sort, and you're gonna do four sets of those. And I'm doing four sets of those, and you have to make the three in a row. If you don't, then you have to start over from the beginning, and that's where it tests you mentally, because mentally it can get very challenging. If you miss a little easy layup or something, it happened to me a lot of times before in the past. It still happens to me now. It's very frustrating. So as you can see, I'm doing different moves. I'm stopping on two, going up with like a little floater. I'm just shooting a regular three there, and then I'm throwing it to myself. I'm doing a few dribble moves. I lost it a little bit there, and that's fine. You're supposed to be able to make mistakes and learn from it. And then you're kind of just like freelancing. I just did a little step through layup, then I'm doing a pump fake, letting the defender blow by me, and then shooting a three. And then make sure when you're doing this, you're going very fast. Like, obviously it doesn't look like I'm going super fast, but trust me, it gets pretty tiring, when you're doing it alone. It's very easy to have someone rebounding for you and all that, but if you're by yourself like I always am, you're gonna have a tougher time. You're gonna have to get all your rebounds and all that. Now I'm going from the wing, just made a three. Now I'm going one move, pull up, mid range, grab your own rebound, go quick, go back to the hurdle, get past it, fake out a defender, make a layup. And then I'm going again. That's one. Here we go. I'm making another three, running after it. And I'm not editing it because I'm showing you guys what it's gonna look like when you do it. Because this is what it's gonna look like. Two dribble move, barely made it. I almost missed that. I don't know how it even went in. And then I'm going a quick layup. It's not rocket science. I learned this from a trainer a long time ago, and it helped me get better because it's quick, it's fast. If you want something quick, you want a fast workout, this is something that you should do. So yeah, I'm going very fast with my moves. I'm going up, I'm making sure I do a dribble move, throw it to myself so it's realistic, get through. That one was a little slow, but you get the point. Then I kind of have to get creative, honestly. The third or fourth set, I just did a side step. You know, you just make sure you mix it up. That's the only rule. Make sure you don't cheat the makes. You have to make the three in a row, and you have to do that 4 times. So you're making 12 makes in total, but the catch is, again, you have to make three in a row, and then that's one set. And then I like to go middle. I like to do extra, go middle from the left side, and then go middle from the right side. So I'm starting off on the, you know, right side technically. I shot an extra three. The thing is too with this, again, you can be very creative. If you're more of a shooter and you want to take 2 threes and no mid range, if you don't shoot mid ranges, then I get it. You can do that. If you want to work on finishing more, then make 1 3 and then do 2 layups. You just don't have to cheat yourself. That's the only thing. Don't cheat yourself. As you can see, I'm doing step backs. I'm doing all this crazy stuff, because I just felt like it. So I'm going behind the back twice, between the legs, step through floater, just try to simulate a game. Also you're working on your handle here. As you can see, I'm just dribbling through the cones or the hurdles, whatever. That's what the main purpose of this is to get your ball handling better, to get reactions off of like the hurdles, like different reactions. You need to decide what to do. You need to be creative. You need to act like there's someone there. That's what I like about it. And it's something quick. If you want to get exercise in, or you want to just, you're really trying to get better, this is what you should do. You should mix it up though. I would do this one time a week. This is a one time a week thing. Everything else should be more of, more skill work, more shooting. If you have another person, great, but make sure you mix it up every week. You shouldn't be doing the same thing. If you're doing the same thing, then that's not good, because you're only going to get better in one area. You got to work on every area. And I'm shooting from the logo right there. Obviously, you don't have to shoot from the logo, but I can shoot pretty far because I've been doing it for I don't know how long. So that's one of the things I feel like I do well, is just shoot really far. So I like doing it. Now I'm moving on to the other wing. As you can see, I did both spots of the middle, the corner, and the wing, and now I'm going to this wing, and then the other corner is and you can see too, you can use the glass. I'm going off the backboard, I'm going fast, I just want everyone to see exactly what I'm doing and what the purpose is. So I'm throwing it to myself now. One move, get into the paint, think that defender is sitting right there, and push off. Not actually push off, but like bump off, fade away a little bit. And then as you can see, I just flow right into the next set. I make the three, I go right back into behind the back, mid-range. You can knock these out very quick too if you make shots. That's what matters. And then I'm just going to the block. Then I'm going to speed it up for you guys so you don't get bored. I'm just same thing. Third set though, double behind the back, mid-range. You guys get the point. It's all the same thing, but you're getting every spot from the court. You're getting all 5 spots done. And then after, you can go to the slot if you want to and do more, maybe some catch and shoot or off the dribble, whatever you want. As you can see here, I'm, still going with the little fadeaways. I like that shot a lot. And then I don't know what I'm doing here, but I kind of just start throwing up random shots at some point late in the workout because it's fun. And I actually do it when I play. And it might not be the best thing, but I do it once in a while. You need to have some sort of move to go to if you're in, trouble. And then at the very end, this is just extra, but I go from corner to corner and shoot threes because my strong suit is shooting threes, catch and shoot. That's what I'm really good at. And then I'll go to the wing. So I would say for these, make 15. Try to make 5 in a row, like in spurts. Try to do 3 sets of 5 in a row, and if you miss 1 in a row, then you got to start over. Challenge yourself, because mentally this is going to be really tough on some people when you try it, because you're going to get frustrated. You're going to make a mid-range of 3, you're going to miss the layup, you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to start over, but you have to, because that's the rule of it. And now I'm going from the wing. As you can see, I'm just going back and forth. I'm pretty tired at this point. It is very tiring, the workout, even though it doesn't look like that much. I'm just going behind the cone, the hurdle. Make sure you always have a hurdle there. If you can't, then just, honestly, it's fine. Just try to simulate it with a bag, a shoe, anything. And this is really it. This is the end of it. I'm just showing you I'm making 6 in a row. This was the end of it. I just did a little extra. Try to make 15 like I said, and then end it with some free throws always. And if you enjoyed this one, subscribe, let me know in the comments, and see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.